Ever stared at a SQL query for hours, only to realize it's returning duplicates or missing key data? You're not alone. Even seasoned developers hit roadblocks when debugging complex queries. But what if AI could help untangle these tricky problems? Let's dive into a groundbreaking study that's changing how we approach SQL debugging. SQL is the language that powers databases, but writing and fixing queries isn't always straightforward. Think of it like solving a puzzle where the pieces are scattered across a vast landscape. Traditional tools struggle with this, and even advanced AI models, like the ones you've heard about, aren't perfect. Researchers found that top models only solve about 38% of real-world SQL problems. That's a big gap. Enter BIRD-CRITIC, a massive benchmark designed to test AI's ability to debug SQL. It's not just a random collection of problems. It's a training ground built from real-world issues pulled from forums like Stack Overflow. Each task is carefully crafted to challenge everything from basic syntax to complex hierarchical data structures. For example, one problem involved organizing card types into a tree-like structure, where each card could have multiple parents and children. The goal? To see if AI could transform messy query results into clean, structured data. But how do you train AI to debug these issues? That's where SIX-GYM comes in. This open-source environment uses a clever technique called SQL-Rewind. Imagine reverse engineering a problem. Instead of showing the final answer, the system generates thousands of what-if scenarios. It's like giving AI a set of clues to solve a mystery, not just the solution. Here's where it gets really cool. Researchers also developed F-plan boosting, a method that teaches AI to think like a human debugger. Instead of memorizing answers, the model learns to break down problems into steps, like identifying duplicates or spotting a missing join. This approach helped their AI, BIRD-FIXER, outperform major models like GPT-4 and Claude. The results? BIRD-FIXER solved 38% of PostgreSQL tasks and 29% of multi-dialect problems, surpassing many paid tools. But this isn't just about better AI. It's about empowering developers to work faster while keeping data private. Open-source models can now tackle complex queries without relying on cloud-based services. Now, how did researchers test these systems? They built a sandbox environment using Docker. Think of it as a virtual toolbox where each database lives in its own isolated box. This way, they could test queries without messing up real systems. Then they took a SQL-like database and used a tool called Navicat to migrate it into 4 major SQL dialects. It's like taking a blueprint and tweaking it to fit different house designs, making sure nothing gets lost along the way. But the real challenge was finding real-world SQL problems. The team scoured Stack Overflow, a popular Q&A site, and picked out tricky queries with clear errors, complex logic, and enough context to avoid confusion. It's like curating a puzzle collection. Only the most challenging, relevant problems make the cut. To ensure accuracy, they trained annotators like detectives, teaching them to spot SQL errors, reproduce issues in a controlled environment, and craft fixes that follow best practices. Only those who solved 10 tough challenges with precision joined the project. The 90% success rate. That's a badge of honor for their rigorous training. So how do you know if an AI system is any good? BIRD-CRITIC uses a clever metric called task resolution success rate. It doesn't just check if a query runs, it tests if it actually solves the problem. Think of it as grading a math test not just on the answer, but on the logic behind it. This means AI systems can now tackle longer, more complex queries than ever before, making them better at fixing real-world database issues. And the tools? They're evolving too. OpenCodeInterpreter and Mac-SQL let AI collaborate with humans, combining human intuition with machine speed. It's like having a smart assistant that not only writes code, but also explains its reasoning. The takeaway? This isn't just about fixing errors, it's about building smarter, more reliable systems for everyone. Whether you're a developer, a data scientist, or just curious about AI, this is a glimpse into the future of intelligent coding. Thanks for watching. Drop a comment if you've ever battled a stubborn SQL query. Let's discuss it together. Until next time, keep exploring the fascinating world of AI and databases.